Good Thursday, Team Breaker. Want to see something really cool? I was just sort of I was like looking at my channel just to see how I'm gonna do the channel update for the, how they're making all our YouTube channels change. And check it out, 47,000 subscribers. That's interesting and kind of worth celebrating a little, but I'm not gonna because that would spoil it when we hit 50,000 subscribers. And so, no, there's actually this video that I was watching, and it made me remember that I had to do something about the the channel design, because they're gonna make me, they're gonna force us all into that stupid channel design, which looks like YouTube meets Facebook, which I'm not a big fan of. I'm also not a big fan of my hair right now because it's been unbelievably shit outside. The last couple of weeks, actually, it's been raining a lot. We needed the rain, but rain in the north is just not, it's not, well, whatever. A little bit of self-complaining here. My summer work, I can't really do any summer work when it's fucking raining. So, but yeah, 47,000 subscribers, and I was actually going to share with you this funny moment where I see, because I don't have ad blocker, right? And I see ads on YouTube, and they're always, skip it. I'm completely fine with it. I'd rather watch YouTube videos, and I can skip the ad. Even if I'm going to get an ad every time I watch a new video, I can still skip it, over watching television and then having them draw out the bullcrap entertainment. At least internet entertainment is like straight to the point. Here's what you want to hear. Here's what we want to say. Boom, 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 boom. But if I want to watch like 20 or 60 Minutes or the news, I have to absolutely watch those bullshit ads for things that I just don't really care for. In the digital age, in 2013, I mean, there's even these commercials, speaking of commercials, because I'm going to get to that in a minute, but there are these just commercials about fucking like you got the guys sitting around, it's like this Dish Network commercial, like, how are we going to watch everything when everybody's shows come on all at the same time? And then like the grandpa's going to like smack somebody with a bat, but instead the son-in-law or whoever's like, we've got the Dish Hopper. We can record 6 different shows during prime time. Because that is totally relevant to this day and age, to our generation, totally relevant to us. And every time I see, like, criticizing commercials is like one of my favorite pastimes. It's something I've done ever since I was a kid. It's always like, some bullshit commercial, and I'm always like, yeah, because that makes total sense. Because people don't just get on the internet and watch whatever the fuck they want now on demand with one advertisement that they can skip. Like, this is why I don't like Hulu. Like, Hulu has another ad that's running right now. It's like, what is it? Here's 5 reasons to get Hulu Plus. And if you're not familiar with Hulu, Hulu's like going to a website to watch television shows, except there's commercials like there would normally be when you're watching television. So say you watch an episode of The Simpsons on Hulu, you're going to get an ad in the beginning, an ad in the middle, and an ad at the end. And you can't skip them, and the bullshit, and it makes for a terrible experience. But if you have Hulu Plus, you, I think, don't get any ads, and you have to subscribe to it. So it's kind of like television, but Netflix. And I'm just like, not really, don't give a shit. Because anything that you want to watch, you can find on the internet for free. But Hulu has this ad where they're like, 5 reasons to get Hulu Plus. 1. And it doesn't really matter what they fucking list, because the ad doesn't take into consideration the fact that you can watch anything you want on the internet free, even if it's a TV show. But let's just say you watch YouTubers, which it's one of the things I love about YouTube is the fact that you could just watch real fucking people making shows for you or putting entertainment on the internet for you, and it's just so genuine. Most of the time you have genuine people. A lot of time, sometimes you have these, cuckoos with a screw loose, doing some dumb shit, and it's just like you question who they are, but whatever. Yeah, here's 5 reasons not to get Hulu Plus. It's fucking dumb. It sucks. Get the internet. Pay another, why would you pay another bill for Hulu? And then 5, projectfreetv.com. Go to hell. How do you, why not make the advertisement 5 reasons to use Hulu Plus over projectfreetv.com? Reason 1, you won't go to jail. Reason 2, you won't go to jail. Reason 3, 4, 5, and 6, right? But there's an ad on one of my videos, and it was one of the Rift Storm Legion ad, and I don't understand the blatant, like, fuck arse attitude there is when it comes to putting together these advertisements. These guys will just say the most blatantly fucking ridiculous, dumb things. Like in the Rift Storm Legion ad, it says like, one of the things that made Rift the best MMO of 2011 or the best MMO of 2012 or whatever the fuck it is they say in the commercial. It's just like, no one was paying attention to Rift. No one ever has. That game is a gimmick, and that's all it is. It's just a gimmick. The game needs to be more compelling than one gimmick that you have that is done 10,000 times better in Guild Wars 2 than in your own game. It's so ridiculous. One of the reasons people even gave a fuck about Rift, and that's what you should do. You should at least be humble and be like, one of the things that actually made Rift really attractive to a player in 2012, and we're gonna build on that success, because let's be honest, Rift actually improved after the release, which is something that I'm hoping Guild Wars 2 can do. But that moves on to my next fucking paragraph of things that are in my head that I'm going to then shoot out through my mouth to you via my phone camera. Guild Wars 2. So, ArenaNet has their live streaming channel on Twitch, and they have their YouTube channel, and they put out these videos. Some of the things that they put on their YouTube channel are things that they recorded from their live stream on Twitch. These guys decide that this is what they want to do. When they sit down and go, what should we live stream? Our new dungeon. So when I say there's a new dungeon in Guild Wars 2 to you, the regular fucking MMO player, right? You think, whoa, new dungeon, multiple bosses, possible loot rewards. But we know it's Guild Wars 2, so fuck the loot rewards part of it. New dungeon this early? We just got out of the limited time Fire, Flame, and Frost dungeon. Now we're in South Sun Cove. New dungeon, son of a bitch! Oh my god! Even if the reward isn't going to be that great, at least you're kind of incentivized to at least check it out. That way you can stay current and be like one of those guys like, I was there for the South Sun Cove dungeon, for the conclusion to the story of South Sun Cove and Chapter 5, why you should give a fuck. Definitely ain't the loot. An asterisk at the bottom of the page. Definitely not the loot. Question mark. Why the fuck not? But anyway. New dungeon. Those are the things you think of. But then they get on their live stream and they go, let's show you our new dungeon. So just in case you don't have the Guild Wars 2 game and you kind of are wondering, well, what's the end game like? Then you get to see this on their stream. It's an opportunity to get you interested in buying the game, right? What do? They have some guy, part of their Q&A department, play the game, while some developer, some Asian guy, I don't know who he is, I've never seen him before, but he's a content creator or whatever. He's doing some kind of commentary on screen in the lower right corner of the whole thing over the chat. Just like with the Rift ad, why do you guys have this insane idea to just start saying things that are not fucking true at all? Like, I watched this video, I hadn't done the dungeon yet. It's a one boss dungeon, okay, which is unreal. But at least they've brought the quality of the content down to the level of the reward for the game. So now, you're going to get shit garbage reward. So they're going to give you a one boss dungeon. That's why I'm not complaining about it. It's a one boss dungeon, who gives a shit? But on the idea of marketing the game to people who don't have your game yet, MMO fans who might still be thinking, what's the end game like? You do not put a game developer, whoever this guy is, on your video and have him blatantly fucking lie. And this is what he says in the video, close to the beginning of the video. He says, there's two modes. There's a story mode, and then there's an explorable mode, which is true. Story mode, you fight Kanak, Kadumbalux, whatever the fuck his name is, the guy who's responsible for Animal Planet. And then you go do an explorable mode where you fight a golem bot. And I guess there's a guy inside there who gives a shit. I don't. No one does. Now he says that the story mode is intended to be soloable. That way any player can see the conclusion to this incredibly epic story of South Sun Cove, right? And then he goes on to say, and this is the part that fucking is just a blatant outright lie, explorable mode is meant to be more difficult and challenging for up to 5 players. I mean, that's not what don't quote me, that's not exactly what he says. Flat out, he just says it's supposed to be more difficult for a 5-man team. And me and my friend just went in and we 2-manned it. It's not hard. It's not difficult. Don't tell me that it's difficult, and then I can go in and 2-man it. And then everybody's fucking excuse would be, oh, well, Deontay, you have ascended gear, and your friend does have ascended gear. Therefore, it's easier. No. Ascended gear is like this much of a difference, this much in stats. It's literally like a 2% difference in stats. Or even less than that. It's probably just 1%, really, from exotics. So, yeah, and there's no gear grinding Guild Wars 2, so how is the gear carrying us? Oh, that's right. It's not. It's just a poorly designed one-man dungeon, which I have no problem with whatsoever. But they went on and advertised it internally, meaning on the internet, right? They didn't make a commercial for this shit. Obviously, you're not going to make a commercial. What's he going to watch? TNA Impact Wrestling, and then it's a commercial. Come play the new South Sun Cove dungeon. It's so awesome, when in fact, it's fucking not. But whatever, I digress. It's worth the reward because it is a it's a one-boss dungeon. But don't tell me it's hard. Don't tell me it's difficult, because it's not. And also, when you email people, don't tell them new content, new rewards, because there are no new rewards. Also, I'd like to point out, I said this before when the Quaggan backpack went in the game. I said, the Squaggan backpack is a cool item that people will buy because there are some back pieces that just don't have fucking skins on them. But let's not see 1,000 Quaggan backpacks before we see some actual content for this game. And what has happened? There's Quaggan, the normal backpack. There's the pink one for Valentine's Day. And now we have a new one, the Orca backpack. And yeah, I also include the Char backpacks. The 2 that we know about, or the 2 that I know about. The regular one and the Tony the Tiger one. So, what the fuck? How many stupid plush things are we going to wear on our back before we actually see compelling content come out of this game? And now I'm at the point where I don't know if I blame that if I so much blame NCSoft or ArenaNet. Because, whatever. I'll get to that in the next vlog. I'm just saying, if you want a sneak peek about what I'm going to complain about, go check out their Twitch channel and watch what they're uploading. Alright, thanks for watching. Get crit!